They didn't even know what hit them. We're just that good. What's going on, guys? If you want to support our content and pick up this month's amazing Patreon rewards, you can do so at patreon.com/itresolves. If you're interested in custom playmats and sleeves, visit yourplaymat.com and use code ITRESOLVES10YP for 10% off your entire purchase. What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to another gameplay video. Now, you might notice we've got a little bit of a different setup right now. We switched rooms. I don't know, it's a thing. My wife was like, hey, let's switch rooms. Let's make the other room our bedroom. And I was like, cool, that's gonna be fun. And so we moved our desk. We did it, but my goodness, was it a chore. But we are here and it's exciting. And you'll notice we've got some little orange lights back here. We're gonna be playing around with the lighting setup a little bit and that kind of stuff. But anyway, let's talk about this. First and foremost, I just want to encourage you, please subscribe if you are not already. That does mean a lot to us. It really does help us out. We also have a giveaway going on right now for a free Kamigawa Neon Dynasty, not Destiny, booster box, a full draft booster box. So please do check that out. That's going to be really, really exciting. Winner will be announced on February 23rd. Now, this deck is Control Mill, and I'll link the creator of this deck down below. Total MTG is the creator of this list. If you don't know, Total MTG does quite a lot of videos, has an amazing channel, so please go check him out. Go hang out with him, let him know we sent you, whatever you want to do, but his channel will be linked below. And Total MTG, thank you so much for sharing this list on Aether Hub. We really do appreciate it. It's great to have some awesome deck builders over there. So anyway, let's talk through this deck. It is Control Mill, so you'll notice a lot of the normal culprits when it comes to the mill aspect. So we've got Tasha's Hideous Laughter, an absolutely powerhouse card in my opinion, along with Maddening Cacophony. The Ruin Crab is of course here. We even have the Field of Ruin, so we can kind of trigger that on our end. And then a lot of the rest of the deck is focused more on the control. So we've got some Fading Hopes to slow the opponent down. We've got Duresses, Meathook Massacre that we can use to sweep the board, Infernal Grasp, which is going to be able to get rid of whatever problematic creatures we happen to find, Divide by Zero, which does have the lure mechanic, so we've got some nice little sideboard lessons that we can pull, as well as things like Hagra Mauling, which is not only a land, but also, of course, a creature kill spell. Memory Deluge going to help us get some more stuff into our hand, and then Siphon Insight allowing us to kind of steal stuff from the opponent's side. We do have Concealing Curtains as well. Now, this isn't a card I've played with ever, but it's a 0/4 for 1 with Defender. And then you can pay 3 to transform it. You can only do that as a sorcery. And then on the other side, it's a 3/4 with Menace. Excuse me. When this creature transforms, target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a non-land card from it. If you do, that player discards that card, then draws a card. So the idea is to kind of get some stuff out of the hand with that and Duress, and trying to kind of keep them off of whatever they need. So very, very interesting. At the very top end here, we do have Lier, Disciple of the Drown, allowing us to cast those instants and sorceries back from our graveyard for their mana cost. So we can get double activations out of all of our mill spells, our kill spells, anything we need. And then, of course, Professor Onyx is here. This is just kind of an alternate win condition, but also a way to kind of continue on the trend of drawing cards, making sure we've got stuff in our hand, or dealing with the board as needed. So very, very interesting deck. We, of course, do have Hive of the Eye Tyrant, as well as Hall of the Storm Giants, just as some options for finishing the game. But all of that to say, I'm very excited to jump into this one. I haven't tested this yet, so we're going to be learning together. But I do encourage you guys to, again, go look at Total MTG's channel. Thank him for putting this deck together because it truly is awesome. And really just give him a subscribe because his channel is really, really sweet. So please go check him out. But let's jump into game one. All right, guys, here we are for game number 1. Now, this is a bit of a slow start. I'm not gonna lie. We've got some 3-mana things, both of which are actually pretty good, so we can probably keep just on that. But we'll try it. We'll try it. Also, I have to get used to the camera angle being here, not over here again, so that's a little weird. So if I start looking off of there, we did it. We're amazing. They didn't even know what hit them. We're just that good. All right, let's jump to game 2. Alright guys, here we are for game 2. Hopefully we actually get to play this time. But this is an interesting hand. So truth be told, if we just get any land, we're doing okay because we've got the divide by 0, excuse me, with access to those lessons in our sideboard. Aside from that, this isn't a super exciting hand, but we do have the Ruin Crab, so I think we'll keep and we'll just hope to draw a land and see how this goes. We do have the Maddening Cacophony as well that we can just go ahead and rip for 2. Get 8 cards off the top of the deck, which does seem pretty good, so we will see. Oh, there's a Fading Hope. That's actually not bad. Just giving us some options for some bounce early in the game is always pretty good. Ruin Crab with 4 speed. An awesome, awesome turn 1 play. Oh, cool. Okay. Well, that definitely helps. So, in that instance, we're going to go ahead and mill a few cards. Looks like a Pacifism mono-white-ish list. Fully expect that they're going to have some very scary things. But I'm glad we milled because we did get a couple of very good things. There's the Doomscar. Fully expected that. That's totally fine. Go ahead and do this. And I think the play is just then to pass. We've got the instant speed Siphon Insight if we'd like it. If they don't do anything, if they do something, we can just divide by 0. So that kind of makes it worth it to me. Go ahead and do that now. Just slowing them down as best we can. I guess we just take Environmental Sciences, right? Like, that seems like the best play. Yeah, and I'll just go ahead and pull that off now. So then we can just get a black source here. And now we, again, just leave up Siphon Insight or Fading Hope, whatever we need to do. I think that's probably the best play. This is scary. I assume they just played that. Oh, okay. Very interesting. Hallowed Haunting is a very scary card. It's very, very good. And so hopefully we don't just die. Yeah, I want that. Definitely want that. All right, we'll throw you down. Do we just play out Catilda? Yeah, why not? We leave up 2 Fading Hopes, which seems relevant. I mean, we can bounce whatever we need to here in terms of creatures. This is definitely a scary card, though, because they're going to start getting so much value off of this. So they get their little 1/1 at the moment, but it's going to get a lot stronger. This just adds every time you've got a creature. So, okay. We'll resolve that. We'll let that hit. I think what we're going to do is start bouncing some of these guys. Well, that's actually a removal spell in this case, though, so I guess we do need to keep that. I'm just going to bounce both of these. We've got the Meathook Massacre at some point, as we'd like it, so that's definitely worth keeping. But yeah, we're going to get in for an attack here. Wow, we dealt 1. Okay. And I think I'm actually just going to go ahead and steal the top card. We definitely just take Rally, and might as well go ahead and play it. Now I'm kind of wishing we had done that first. What do we actually need this? I guess creatures. Okay, so I think we'll just say Spirit for now. It's not a super exciting card, but it's something. And Catilda is much better than the little 1/1 that they get off of the wedding announcement here. Resolve that, that's fine. We can, again, Meathook Massacre for some amount if we'd like. Okay. Let's see what happens here. So we can bounce this. Then that allows us to Meathook Massacre. I'm going to keep the Siphon Insight. It seems like it's doing pretty well for us, so I'm kind of cool with that. Let's hit this for 2, I believe. Get all of their stuff out of there. I mean, that's a pretty substantial swing in our favor, so I'm cool with that. And I will go ahead and Siphon Insight, might as well. Yeah, we'll take that. I love Siphon Insight. I think that card is so good. It's just a really, really sick way to kind of start stealing stuff from the opponent. And if you think about it, it is kind of a mill spell because we're milling a card from the top of their list and we just get to steal it, which I'm super into. Okay. I mean, we definitely just have to do this. Get this Intrepid Adversary out of there. The cool thing is this does, I mean, while it does have Defender, it can still be used. Again, I think we just go ahead and go for it. Yeah, we'll just take that. And we'll pass. We can actually just play this. I guess, well, we can't activate it, can we? We can't use its ability, but it is still an attacking creature. It was better than the other option, I believe. So I'm cool with that. That's terrifying. Yeah. So we just block here. That is awful. Okay, so we're probably dead, right? Like unless we get very, very lucky off the top of our deck, we really aren't gonna have much options here. We do gain 5 life, worth noting. Oh, interesting. I mean, we just go for it and hope for the best. That wasn't great, but it's something. All right, let's throw you out there. We can't activate it, of course, so it is just a basic 3/1. We also don't, well, I guess they already played their other ones, so. All right, that's terrifying as well. I think we're just gonna die, right? Like, we're just super dead here. Yeah, I mean, we're just gonna die. It doesn't really matter. That gets us down, but then we gain 8, or no, just 3. Did that also lose its, oh man, we just drew a land? Oh, that's so unexciting. Man. Alright, well, fair enough. Opponent definitely got us here. That's interesting. They only get to keep one of those. Right? No. Yeah. Legendary artifact. Don't they have to sacrifice one? Yeah. I was gonna say, that seemed kind of silly. Alright, well, they got us. It is what it is. Unfortunately, a loss, but let's move on to game number 3. We are counting that first one, by the way. We didn't have to play anything, but we still won. Alright, let's move on. Alright, guys, here we are for game 3, and unfortunately, we can't keep this. If any one of these was a blue land, we would absolutely keep it, but looks like that's not gonna happen. Do we like this hand? I think this one is okay. So we will keep it. What do we want to put back? It might just be the Siphon Insight. As good as that card is, I think that has to be the option. Kind of unfortunate, but it is what it is. Let's go ahead and drop the Concealing Curtains. Nice little turn 1 play this, because it is going to slow down the opponent. If they happen to be an aggro deck, we've just got some options for blocks that we wouldn't normally have, so that's kind of cool. Oh no. Oh no. Well, it looks like this could very easily be a mirror match. So we're gonna do this. We are going to kill that as soon as we can. Don't love that we have that on the opposing side here. What did they mill? Just some lands, albeit we did need some lands, so that's a little unfortunate. The Ruin Crab of our own. Let's go ahead and kill this here. And I think we have to play this out for the land side. I think we just don't have an option. Wow, they're gonna save it. Okay. Only good news there is we don't then lose the 2 life because there was no, like, the spell fizzles. So that's kind of interesting. Okay. The only good news with us is we do have the Lier. We also have the Siphon Insights. All of those are actually options for us to kind of start rid of some stuff. Or replaying stuff, excuse me. Let's go ahead and flip this. Take a peek into their hand here. I think it's just this that we sake. And yes, I am gonna get an attack in. I think we need to start getting aggressive here. They're doing a better job of milling than we are, unfortunately, and so we don't have a lot of options. They did get a Lier. Ooh, that's a scary card for them to get in the graveyard, unfortunately. There's a Wind Robber. That's fine. These are actually kind of interesting, these Concealing Curtains, the Revealing Eye. I like that. Alright, there is a good option. So let's play the Ruin Crab. Let's get that mill going. That's gonna get 3 cards off the top. Hopefully there's some good ones. There's another Ruin Crab. I'll take it. And again, we get a free attack in, essentially. Now, they can block, but I don't think they will. It's only 3 damage, and at this point in the game, we're not just taking over. That's for sure. Alright. Maybe they have a kill spell also. Nope, just the Siphon Insight. Okay. That is not good for us, so I don't love that, but... Alright. They still have to decide if they want to block or not. Looks like not. That is fine. I wish we had another land out so we could divide by 0 as need be. They are just killing us with this Ruin Crab. Interesting. I would love, honestly, just a straight up Meathook Massacre would be kind of sick right now. We get rid of everything if we wanted to and keep our 2 Concealing Curtains / Revealing Eyes or whatever. Alright, let's get the mill going. See what we hit. Okay, some good options actually. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do this. I want to get the pressure going still, so we're definitely just flipping this, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't, that's fine. I assume they just Siphon Insight to hit for something. This is just Dimir Rogues with some options, which is kind of funny. Interesting they did that. They ended up drawing more cards, but that works. That's good. This could be like an Infernal Grasp, something to kill the Concealing Curtains, which is not ideal, because we did just now sink some mana into it. Okay. Yep. And then they scry. So we just play it back out. And then we get an attack in. Yeah. Alright. I mean, worth noting, let's see how many cards are in our deck right now. We've still got 35 cards in our deck. Granted, now it's 29, or whatever. Memory Deluge is kind of interesting, but we can't play it. We don't have any lands. We don't have enough lands. So, still pretty scary here. They're gonna Siphon Insight once again. Okay. Curious to see what they actually hit with that. They're gonna get in for 2. And so they get to venture into the dungeon here. Curious to see which dungeon they choose. Looks like it's the Lost Mine. Okay. So at the very end, they just get to draw. Okay. Again, I still think the play is just to do this and keep the pressure going. Because they're down to 11, I feel like this is probably still the right play. They, I'm sure, have something to do with this, but we're just not getting lands, unfortunately. Okay, it's just Deadly Dispute. Well, that's annoying, but that actually is kind of okay with me. Hopefully this isn't a Fading Hope. In fact, I don't know if they've milled all of our Fading Hopes or not. Nope. Wow, that's so obnoxious. They hit Fading Hope twice off of... Oh no, wait, that was their own Fading Hope. I'm sorry. Alright, let's get in with the Revealing Eye. On the 8. Man, this is so unfortunate. We're just getting rocked by this list. Oh, they have their own. Oh no. That's actually not the end of the world, but it is annoying. Foul play. Okay. Fair enough. Another Siphon Insight. My goodness, they have so many of these. The only good news there is that they did not get a land off the top, which with the 2 Ruin Crabs is very relevant, so I will happily take that. We can actually return this to our own hand with the divide by 0, so I think I'm gonna do that. I think we just take this, play the curtain, attack with this. They have to consider maybe blocking, but this does have menace. That is a very nice thing about this little thing. Like, the menace is kind of relevant because they would have to double block here, which means we could take away a Ruin Crab, which is a much more relevant thing than just this little 1/1 goblin as an example. But we are down to 19 cards in. Trick is we do have Introduction to Annihilation here if we would like it. They do get to draw a card off of it, but it would really potentially set them back a little bit here. Oh, I don't know. Okay. That's fine. So that just becomes the target, I think, for the Annihilation. We're gonna Siphon Insight again. Yeah. And they've got 4 mana available, excuse me. That's just the clue token. Now 2. Okay. There's Lier, which is very good, but I think we have to get rid of this now. We just can't risk a full mill again. If they've got another Fading Hope, I swear. Fading Hope is so annoying. Excuse me, it's just a Village Rites, but still. Alright, let's get an attack in here. This puts him down to 2. That's pretty good because we've got some ways to deal to already. Just we don't have land. Alright, yep. They're gonna draw a card. This is kind of important though, because we are getting down to the last turn of the game essentially here. Depending on what they draw. Yeah. I mean, they've got 5 cards available. With all these Siphon Insights, man, it's crazy. Alright. Meathook for 4. Alright. Perfect. That's actually not the end of the world for us. They do gain some life, which is annoying, but that's fine. And then they're gonna play a Guild Thief. Okay. Well, we could play a Meathook of our own. Alternatively, we can play Lier, which I think is better. Because now we just have access to all of this. If this lands. Which it may not, but they filled our graveyard, now we've got access to all of it. Please don't kill Lier. Fading Hope is so obnoxious. Oh my gosh. Alright, fine. That is so annoying. We're kind of baiting them a little bit here though, because we are gonna Meathook, I'm sure, here. Go for the black. Let's Meathook for 2. This is gonna force them to draw a card here. Well, they can only do that as a source. No, they can do that now. I was gonna say. But the idea being here that at least we're now counteracting their own Meathook with our own and getting rid of this stupid thing, which is relevant given that it can't be blocked if they pay the mana. So again, we're pushing. We're very pushy. I think we Lier, expecting that they've got some way to kill it or bounce it, and then we Fading Hope this. We only have 11 cards left. That's kind of the problem. That's fine. Again, these counteract each other to the point where it doesn't really matter, but we're setting ourselves up for a turn where they have no creatures and can't do that much. That is scary, but not the end of the world. It might be, yeah. I wish we had an extra, we could have had an extra force, in fact. Okay, let's do this. Let's get rid of some cards. Left 18. Okay. Let's see. Wish we could kicker this, but we just... Okay, let's go ahead and mill for 8. This still leaves up Infernal Grasp. We could Duress, I suppose. Does it make sense to Duress? Probably. I mean, we know that they are chock full of these kinds of things. Yes. Okay, that's good. And we Duress again. Now here's the trick. We can't attack because the Hall kills us. So we cannot attack. If we do, we just loot. They get to Siphon. That's annoying, but fine. We had to double Duress, otherwise this was dying. They may have gotten a kill spell still. Ugh, they did. The problem is this is net neutral for us, and they just attack in with the Hall. Man. Yeah. I mean, good game by the opponent. That was kind of sick. That was a pretty sick game. All right, wow. Rough. Let's talk about this deck for a second. All right, guys, so unfortunately, we only got one win, and it was a game where we didn't actually play. So technically, we got mostly just losses with this, but again, I just want to say a huge thank you. Total MTG, thank you so much for sharing this list over on Aether Hub. I really do appreciate it. And again, please, guys, go check out his channel. It's linked down below. You can go hang out with him. Fantastic channel, so please go check it out. But all that to say, this deck is fun. I love mill decks. I'm a sucker for a good mill deck. And this does have a lot of that control element that I really like. I prefer it over the Rogue's Mill deck. I know we were just up against a Rogue's Mill deck and it obviously won, but I think part of that was we got very behind on land. And so in the interest of just like seeing how it would play out, I'd be really curious to see what happened if we hit our land drops on time and then played the rest of the game the exact same way, just to see kind of how it landed. But I think we would have been able to do a lot more because when we got Lier down, we could have done something that same turn, whereas we weren't really able to that time. So all that to say, this is a fun deck. If you like mill decks, try it. But it is not necessarily great for the meta, is my assumption. Now, all that to say, Total MTG, you did a fantastic job putting this together, so thank you again. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you would like, please make sure you subscribe. We do have our giveaway going on right now for that free draft booster. If you subscribe, that is one way to enter, but there are multiple ways, so please go check out all of that information. It's over on our website. We also have a video about it as well. Links down below, of course. But thank you guys so much. I love you all. Have a fantastic day. We'll see you again very soon for some more gameplay videos.